What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Raymond Chaka Forever. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm about to do the video. Before I get into that video, I want to remind everyone that I leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take the time to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up. And if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist. Also, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Today I'm about to do the video. Today I'm sharing my thoughts on a viral list is going around social media. Places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date. And what led to this topic is that it's a video going around of a young lady went on a date with a dude to the Cheesecake Factory. She refused to get the car. And also there's another date going around of a guy taking a girl out for drinks and she done ordered 4 dozen oysters at $15 a dozen. He stood up. So these two videos led to all the other posts going around Facebook groups, Instagram. And every time I find them, I've been setting my phone for me to share my thoughts on as an 80 baby that's 40 years old today in this new millennium. So I'm sharing my thoughts from a man that's 43 years old, that's in his 40s now, and they were born in the 80s. Not in the 80s, but 1980s to be exact. So I'm old-fashioned by all means necessary. And I want to discuss this list of places women refuse to go on a first date. That is 28 places on this list where women refuse to go on a date. 28 places. I'm going to share my thoughts on each one. First one, Cheesecake Factory. I've never been to the Cheesecake Factory. I've known about the Cheesecake Factory since 2000. Is every Cheesecake Factory I know that's around Orlando, that's around Florida and Virginia is in high maintenance area. I don't understand what's the big deal. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, so I feel that one should not be on the list. We're talking about a first date. Number 2, Applebee's. I don't see nothing wrong with Applebee's. I took my woman, one of my answers to Applebee's on many dates. You know what I mean? I don't see what's wrong with going to Applebee's somewhere quiet. It's not really quiet, but you can sit and enjoy a good conversation over good food and drinks and liquor, sports and whatnot. So what's the big deal? What's wrong with Applebee's? Nothing wrong with going to Applebee's on the first date. Chili's. Definitely nothing wrong with going to Chili's. This coming from an adult point of view. They're looking for something real. I don't see nothing wrong with going to Chili's. Same thing. Now in family-oriented restaurant, you can observe other families, other couples in there, having a good time over dinner, enjoying good laughs, good food, and family time. You know what I mean? So what's wrong with going to Chili's? Nothing wrong with going to Chili's. Olive Garden. Now I haven't been to Olive Garden since high school. That was a big date night in high school, so I would take a woman to Olive Garden, but someone that don't go to Olive Garden on a regular basis should not have a problem going to Olive Garden on the first date. It's so nice and quiet. You can enjoy the same thing I said about Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili. You can enjoy all the same things. And then next is number 4, Chipotle. I don't think I would take a woman. I don't think I would take a woman to Chipotle for a first date, but I would for a meet and greet. We can meet at Chipotle and eat and have lunch and whatnot, but not for a first date. So that's what I would agree with Chipotle. Let's say, okay, I skip all the guys with the Chipotle. The movies, I don't see nothing wrong with going to the movies on the first date. I don't see nothing wrong with it. My last relationship, our first date night with me and my lady and her kids was to the movie to see the new Creed 3. I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, good time to share some laughs, good conversation before and during the movie. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Your house, yeah. I would not. It depends. You know, it depends. It depends what kind of person you're dealing with. Somebody like me that's 43 years old, that's in my 40s, I would invite a woman on first date. First date, let me cook you dinner. Instead of going out and eating this food, all this processed stuff, yeah, I'd rather invite you to somebody else to cook for you. Put on some nice R&B, kind of like dinner, set the whole scene, weird romantic situation. That's what adults do. I mean, that's what they're grown and sexy do, you know. And so far, I don't agree with what? Chipotle. That's the only way I agree with so far, Chipotle. Any fast food chain. Okay, that fast food, Chipotle is fast food. But I mean, any fast food for a first date, I agree. I would not take a woman to a fast food place for a first date. I definitely agree with that. So that's only 2 so far that I agree with. Buffalo Wild Wings. I never been to Buffalo Wild Wings, but I wouldn't go there on a first date. That's where you go and watch the game and all that. That wouldn't be a first date neither. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wingstop definitely be it's on the same level as Buffalo Wild Wings. So Wingstop would definitely be a no-go for a first date. Well, I don't know. Hold on. I gotta remind myself that it's a lot quieter. It's more smoother. It's more laid back in Buffalo Wild in Wingstop than it is Buffalo Wild Wings. You know what I mean? Wingstop is more quieter where you can sit there and have a good conversation. Buffalo Wild Wings, you got all the noise in your surroundings going on. So I think I would take a woman to Wingstop for a first date. Red Lobster. Wow. Red Lobster is number 11. Red Lobster. You telling me women would turn on a date to Red Lobster? That's the way you shouldn't take a woman to on a date is Red Lobster? Yeah, y'all tripping for real. I don't see nothing wrong with Red Lobster. I don't see nothing wrong. That's a pretty decent restaurant where you can choose your own lobster. You know what I mean? Come on, what? Are you serious? Red Lobster. Wow. I would definitely take a woman to Red Lobster on the first date. Nice piece of quiet scenery where we can sit and talk, watch other families, other couples, and they have a good time. Yeah, I would definitely take a woman to a date to Red Lobster. A buffet? I don't think I would, but I probably would. It's a yes or a no on a buffet. It's a yes and a no on a buffet. I'm just being real. It's a yes and a no. You know what I mean? Because at a buffet, I get to see what kind of foods you like, what kind of food we have in common. We get the quiet time, the one-on-one time to talk, conversate, and to observe our surroundings. Because 9 times out of 10, there's other couples in there, there's other families in there that we can observe and feel inspired by. You know what I mean? This is my opinion. IHOP. I would take a woman to IHOP on the first date for the same reason I would take a woman to a buffet, Red Lobster, Wingstop, the movies, My House, Obligata, all other restaurants, same reasons. I would take a woman to IHOP. Number 14, Denny's. I wouldn't take a woman to Denny's. I haven't ate at Denny's since high school. Every time I ate at Denny's in high school, I throw it up. Hours later, I was throwing up. So, yeah, Denny's would be a no-go as well. That's 5 already. Denny's would be a no-go. To the gym, I would take a woman to the gym on the first date. Nah. So that's 6. To church, nah. Nah. Because it's not guaranteed thing gonna work between me and her. And I wouldn't want to bring you around my church family not knowing for certain that you're going to be the one I'm going to be with forever. You know what I mean? Because, you know, once you bring a partner to church or someone you're interested into church, then you start bringing that person, your church member will ask you about that person every time they see you. They're not going to let it go. They're not going to let it rest. They're not going to let it rest. So that's 6, the church. Well, that's 7 because the gym made 6. So that's 7, the church. Starbucks, I would definitely take a woman to a date on a Starbucks. We can sit in there and enjoy a good conversation over a cup of coffee. Yeah, y'all tripping with this list. Y'all is really tripping. So that's already 7. A coffee date, I would definitely take a woman on a coffee date for a first date and a meet and greet on a first date. You know what I mean? More quiet time where we sit, chill, conversate about whatever and observe our surroundings, other couples, happy couples out there, other families out there having a good time as well. Ice cream date, wow. I would definitely take, not for a first, I would, because the first day you still get to know each other, still learning each other, and you experimenting, and you seeing how it would go before it leads to another day. So I would definitely take a woman on an ice cream date. Family friends, no. I would not bring around my family that early on the first date. Sorry. I would not. So that's 8 family functions. I would not bring around my family on the first date. Sorry. That's definitely a no-go. Movie night consists of Netflix, Hulu, etc. Yeah, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all is tripping. I would definitely have a move. I'm grown. I'm 40. I'm in my 40s. I would definitely have a move night. Cause we see us people that's 35 and up, we're to that age where we'd rather have a nice night at home than a night out in the streets. See, it's a bit different. You know what I mean? That's why I say I'm talking for the new millennium 40-year-olds, the old schoolers, that's the old-fashioned people that were born in the 80s, from 85 to 80. We're talking from 85 and back. You know what I mean? The 70s and 60s, we're talking about all them and back. We definitely have a movie night. Somewhere that, then number 22, somewhere that requires a long drive. What? I would definitely take a woman on a date to somewhere that requires a long drive. I would definitely do that. They give her time to ride on the street, conversate over good music or no music, on just vibe and conversate. Get to know one another. That one-on-one time with no distractions. Bowling. I would definitely take a woman bowling on the first date for the same reasons as everything else. I'm just being real. Nightclub, yeah, nightclub's a no-go. Hookah bar, definitely a no-go. You know, a bar for just drinks. I would definitely take a woman to a bar for just drinks on the first date. Waffle House, I would definitely take a woman to Waffle House. Same reason all the other food restaurants. But the thing is, watch the hours. If anybody going on a date 11 o'clock at night, something wrong with you. You know what I mean? Something wrong with it. But I would definitely take a woman to Waffle House for drinks. For a sports event, I don't really see nothing wrong with that sports event. I would definitely take a woman on a sports event for a date. They get that one-on-one time to vibe and observe other couples in here. Like, whoever made this list, you can tell there's some young-minded people. You can tell they're very young-minded. Now, I'm telling you my point of view from an 80s baby that's in his 40s right now. And the majority of this list, out of 20 things, let me tell you, I said it was a no-go. All I got it because how many times I've been there in high school. That was a popular date in high school. So I said all I got it was a no-go. Any fast food chain was a no-go. Buffalo Wild Wing was a no-go. The gym, church, that's 5. Family function, that's 6. The club, 7. Hookah bar, 8. So out of 28, I say 8 is a no-go. I agree with 8. And there's 20 other ideas that I say would be a green light for me. And I feel it would be the same way for anybody from the age of 35 and up right now in life. That's right now today, in this new millennium, 2023, anybody from the age of 35 and up will probably agree with me and say that 20 that I say is a green light is good ideas for a first date. For a first date, yes, I guarantee they would agree. You know, because you got to think the first date, this is our first night out. Our first date after all the phone conversations, we need that one-on-one time to where we can really be observing of one another to make sure that everything that we've been sending on the phone for however long we've been talking. Because me, it take a month to earn a first date for me. It's no, you give me your number today after the first conversation we're planning a date. No. Anybody that's willing to go on a date with someone after one conversation on the phone, you're not looking for nothing real. In my opinion, you're not looking for nothing real. That's just my opinion. Because anybody looking for something real and they established in life and got things going for themselves, no, you're not going to agree to go on a first date that fast. That's just my opinion. Some will, but I know me, I'm not willing to take a woman on a date until we've been consistently, until we've been talking on the phone consistently for at least at a minimum of 30 days. I mean, it has to be consistency and the effort on both ends. And if it's not, it won't be there. It won't be no first date. It will not be no first date. That's just my opinion. And that was my opinion. This list, how I feel about this list of 28 things where list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date. Wow, I'm like, you could tell it's young-minded people thing, in my opinion. For a shout-out, my shout-out video the last Sunday in November. Tell me in the comment how you feel about this list. And let me know in the comment, I give you a shout-out, my shout-out video the last Sunday in November. If you like this video, remember to subscribe, like, comment, share. Make sure you turn on post notifications that we notify every time I upload a new video. Also, I do leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take the time to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up. And I'll see you in my next video.